Hi Collective, welcome to my channel, Crystal Shadower. So, just clicked you guys off just a second. Okay, so this is going to be another reading intended for all of my goddesses. So, divine feminines, empresses, anybody in the Twin Flame Collective is probably going to be guided to this reading as well, as a lot of us divines are very much on the Twin Flame Collective. We're raising our vibration so high right now that we are, awakening the inner goddesses within. So that's why I started the inner goddess readings. Okay, I'm not sure how I'm going to label this reading yet. It'll probably be goddess reading, right? But I'll probably put all the labels out there. So if you come across this reading, know that, and definitely check out those readings. I will link them below, and also they'll pop up at the end of the video, right? Because these energies are very much going together, and Source wanted me to put them together. Also, I was told to get into doing love readings, right? To give guidance, okay? Because it's like you're raising your vibration so much, and you're attracting so much beautiful new opportunities, but a lot of things are already there that you're not seeing because of blockages, because of the thought process and the patterns and kind of the safeguards that you've put in place. And they can turn into like trauma bonds is a word that I use, because you had something traumatic happen to you and you might have healed from it already, but you kind of put safeguards or blocks there to prevent you from being hurt further. So some of you have kind of like been in this bubble, or kind of protecting yourself and fully not letting love in, fully not expressing yourself. Some of you may find it hard to express your emotions and feelings and get into that vulnerable energy, because it's not that you have problems communicating it or a fear of that. It's more acknowledgement, because when you know that you put yourself out there and you say those things, then you know that it's real, right? And I kind of am getting that that's the energy that's going for this reading. Okay, so if this isn't resonating with you, then check out some of the next readings that I do, because I wanted to do a couple different readings on these energies, okay? And you can definitely check out the other goddess readings that are linked below. That'll probably definitely resonate with you. Just this one's going to be focused on my goddesses that have a little bit of healing needed, and it's just a change of perspective, right? Because what I'm getting at is, for this flow, it's like you guys are already have the love of your life, or your counterpart, your twin, your soulmate, whatever connection that you're currently in or that you have surrounding you is like your kingdom spouse. And you might not be seeing them for that because of these trauma bonds, right? And not fully opening up. So you've had this mindset that like you knew the type of love that you desired to have. You've always known how you wanted to be treated. And you've, through these journeys, you've probably went through some karmic situations where you were in fact attracting those wounds that have got you empowered and getting to this energy that you needed to get to heal yourself. But it's like you've been in that energy for such a long time of looking and not settling, that when the right thing came along, or when you started to get this real love, it either scared you where you didn't want to acknowledge it because you're like, wow, potentially this could hurt me, so I don't want to let this in. Or it's here, and because of your mindset, you're not seeing it as that. You're constantly thinking, well, if this doesn't work out, I'm going to, it's like maybe you kept your options open because you were like, well, if this doesn't work out, then I have a fallback plan, or I have, or something else. So it's changing that mindset, because it's actually blocking you from seeing this true love, this lover, this soulmate, this high vibrational lover for what they are. So, and they can feel that as well. When you create blocks and boundaries and kind of block yourself off, the energy you're connecting with feels it too. So it kind of has them pull their energy back. So you see, when you eliminate this blockage, or you let go of this trauma bond, this wound, this boundary that you have in place, it's going to have them bring theirs down too, and then you guys are going to be able to come together, right? And what makes it extremely difficult too is that our world, right, this 3D matrix, so money and material things can block those. It's like you could have true love right there, but if you're struggling financially or something like that, your focus goes there, that you don't see the love. And especially a lot of people that get caught up in showing love through money and materialistic things, if that is how you perceive love, you're not going to see the love, the time, the effort, the support that somebody gives you, right? If you're so used to getting love in the forms of material things. So if that is like a perspective you need to change, and that's trauma bonds, guys. I went through that because I grew up with my father, being the provider, always gone working, and he wasn't home a lot, so he wasn't there for me. So he always bought, gifts and would buy me things and leave me money. And it was always, I was shown love through money and buying me gifts, and even extravagant gifts and things like that. But it actually then got me in the mindset where that is how I foreseen love, that if people bought me gifts and spent money on me and things like that, and the bigger the gift, the more the love, I was taught all wrong. So guys, I get it. And it took me a long time to realize that. I didn't realize that I was associating it so much, and kind of our world does that, right? With holidays and things like that, so, and if you have a worry of it, if you have a worry about money and materialistic things, you then are going to attract that. And what I'm getting very strongly is that there's this energy of somebody is trying so hard to please somebody. So to me, it's like counterpart energy. There's like an energy, okay, so for some of you where it's like your counterpart wants to just show you so much love, and they want to do it with like a big gift, or maybe for some of you it's like an engagement ring or something like that, but they have the mindset that they just can't physically show you because the love that they have for you, they can't buy you that extravagant ring, or so they're not doing that because they're putting a money value on it, right? And see in it, and for some of you it's because you're especially if you're connecting with twin energy, they feel what you feel. You guys are the same. You feel each other. So if you let go of that materialism and that connection with love, money, material, and you eliminate that, they're going to eliminate it, right? And it's going to have you guys come together instead of, pushing and pulling each other back and forth, right? So like I said, don't let money, bills, materialistic things get in the way. And I know that they cause stress and they cause problems, right? And especially when you don't have, money to be able to go out and date and see each other and things like that. I mean, it's like the biggest obstacle of these twin flames. It's so much to money and materialistic things because there's so many blocks that are stopping twins from coming together because of financial resources, because so many twins have gotten together in karmic situations where they've married their karmics, right? And so to get out of those situations, requires to give up the home, the car, the family, and go through divorce. And then it's then they get in this energy of, well, I don't have anything, because they're so focused on what they lost instead of what they have, and that they have their freedom now to pursue their soul's calling and their divine. They're so focused, they got to build themselves back up again. A lot of these masculines are struggling a lot with this ego where they need to have something to offer, and that's where they need to let go of that. It's not about having something physically to offer, and it's not money or material. That attachment has to come down. So that's a huge, a divider. That's what I mean. A lot of you, you already have your divine, your counterpart, your twin, your high vibrational soulmate, your kingdom spouse already in your life, okay? For some of you, you could already be together in a relationship, but blockages and struggles of the world kind of have your guys' vibrations down, so you're not in that unity of matching vibrations, and you're not seeing them as your twin, or, because of the problems. Because a lot of times, us twins, we think that when we come together, it's going to be perfect unity. I mean, when you come together, you are at a matching vibrational frequency, but you can come together and then the problems of our world, money and things, can have you guys come out of alignment. And especially if you get pushed and pulled, and if one of you starts to feel one thing, then the other is, and then you guys can go further and further apart. So a lot of it is just changing the perspective, and like I said, those boundaries, and especially it's extremely intense, these connections between twins, and and it can be scary. And if you weren't fully healed and you had a little bit of insecurities or a little bit of worry, trust issues and things like that, and you started to pull your energy back, so did they, right? So you really need to try to do things to eliminate those. Definitely talking and communicating in person is very significant at this time, because we're in Mercury retrograde. So don't leave it up to phones, texting, emails, those communications. You need to try to do it in person if you can. All right, but definitely communicating, right? And being more expressive. So my goddesses, a lot of you need to just communicate. You need to open up, and you need to express your feelings and emotions, because a lot of those trauma bonds that you're holding on to are keeping your emotions within. And a lot of these masculines and these emperors, these gods, I guess, right? Gods and goddesses, they're hesitant and holding their feelings back, all because you've been holding yours back. So this, when you start to open up and express your emotions, they're going to open up theirs, and definitely, just if you can talk about, not relating money, like maybe say, well, I know we don't have the money to go out and date or do things, but, let's just spend some romantic time together, watching a movie at home, or going for a walk, or going out somewhere, spending some one-on-one time together, right? So a lot of you need to stop looking. You need to realize that you're at such high vibration right now that you have so much beauty and all of that, and you don't have lack and all of that. So stop looking outside. Stop looking for the next lover that's going to treat you better, because what it is you're picking apart like your lover's flaws. You're seeing those things, and it's kind of putting you in the trauma, like, oh my gosh, like, what if this is my karmic, or what if this, instead of just realizing that, it's all part of a connection. You have to work together, that give and take. And like I said, a lot of what the problems are that could be going on between you and your lover at this time, it's a lot of reflection of you, because whatever you're putting out there, your insecurities, they're feeling them, right? And what you're holding back and protecting, they are too. It's like if you're keeping your options open and you're not securing things down, it's making them do the same, and things like that. So you really need to know that you have to fully give yourself to this other person, to this lover. Fully acknowledge that that is your lover, and stop looking outside, right? And that's big with retrograde too, is that it has things stir up for you to acknowledge them and release them. So if you're still thinking about past exes, if you're still, thinking about anything from the past that has some sort of emotional tie to it, you need to release it. It's only to hold on to lessons, right? And they shouldn't affect you. You should just be able to use that as knowledge moving forward. So, that's what's big for retrograde. And they're big tests, too, to see if you're ready, right? Because these energies will come in sometimes to see if you're ready, and you're always going to be tested, and especially when you are in alignment with your divine and you're together with your counterpart. You guys are shining and vibrating so brightly that you are attracting envy. You are attracting energies where people want to come take that from you, because the darkness is drawn to the light, and when it's broken and it's damaged, it destroys, or it tries to, right? Because it's just like the envy. People are jealous and envious of it because they're in fact broken, because they want what you have. See, if they were truly healed, they would be happy for you. They'd be excited and filled with love for this connection, or for you guys, and for God to show that type of love to people, or you to be surrounded by it and you feel that love. When you're ready for it, it's because you feel it, and it's God's way of saying, look at this beautiful love, this union. You're next. Your blessing is next. And that's what's exciting. When you see beauty, you know that beauty is coming to you. Like it's like you get blessed by seeing blessings, and you know that they're coming. But if you're in this energy of envy, of jealousy, you're not ready, and then you're attracting darkness. So it's all about a mindset, perspective, right? So a lot of you, it's just the mind. You're just so used to worrying, and I get it. For a while I did that. I would create chaos when things were fine, because if things were fine in my mind, they weren't fine. I was brought up and living in such a chaotic environment all my life, and always having drama, that if there was no drama, I had to create it, because it was the only way that I felt it was okay. Because if I got a rise out of my lover, if I could start an argument or a fight, then I knew that they cared about me, instead of just feeling ignored. So I didn't know how to be with things being complacent, right? And it caused a lot of problems. A lot of my past, nobody could handle me. And finally, when I came in to connection, finally when I healed myself enough, and me and my counterpart came together, he could handle me, he could calm me down, and I was like, wow, you're the only person to be able to to calm me down and handle me, because it's my other half. So of course he knows how to handle me and calm me down, right? And even still, with everything, confirmation upon confirmation, I still try to sabotage it and be like, well, what if you're not? What if I'm still wrong? And it's all because of those wounds and those fears, right? And it's especially if you've been on this mission or this journey for a long time, it's hard to accept that it's finally here. And you're going to be tested more than ever. It's the duality. It's the biggest test ever, is when you're right here with your twin. It is, because you are, it's your other half. Your lightness is their darkness is your lightness. So it's you guys, whatever you're feeling, they're feeling, whatever bothers them, bothers you. But it is just, it's so neat, it's so awesome. But also, some people can't handle, some people hold on, baby, some people very much cannot handle. The energies are just too intense for them to handle. It depends on if you're ready to let go of those trauma bonds. And like I said, I've been in union with my counterpart for a year now, and we've been together it took us 7 years to finally come together, and we still do this. It's crazy. It's every full moon. I don't know what it is, but every single full moon we're going through stuff, because the emotions, and we're both ruled by the moon. I'm Cancerian, so it's a big test for us. It's a lot of work, but look at this Ace of Cups with the death cycle, the endings, right? Because see, a lot of you, it's just this transformation that needs to happen. It's this letting go of those trauma bonds, letting go of the self-sabotaging thoughts. A lot of you need to open up your eye. I'm going to say, a lot of you need to stop looking at the flaws. It's like if you were to make a list, okay, of your lover, of all of the positives and all of the negatives, right? And then now don't look at any of that negative stuff. Anytime you catch yourself, go right back to the positive and focus on that. It's going to change your perspective, right? And you're so used to doing that because a lot of it is mindset. And like I said, pull money, finances, things like that out of it. Stop looking for validation through gifts, okay? Start looking at the time that they give you. Time is the most valuable thing you can give anybody. You can't ever get time back. The time, the love, that's why I say It's always people's behavior, how they treat you, not what they buy for you, right? So yeah, it's this love is here. Like I said, there are some that are, that are with false twins, because intense and passion can be so intense, because karmics are often past life lovers. They teach you the strongest lessons of all, especially for us divines. We're with past life lovers. We've been together before. We told each other we were going to teach each other these lessons in this lifetime. But it wasn't meant for us to spend our whole lives together. It wasn't. But like I said, I'm very much getting that in this storyline. You keep thinking it's not your twin, or it's not your twin. And the person that you're thinking about right now, that's who this is, who I'm talking about. The person that's been on your mind in this reading, all throughout this reading. Person, if you're not with them, if you're with them. If you're unsure, because I know I've been questioning back and forth like crazy this year between a soulmate and a twin flame, but I'm like, well, which one is it? Because I know they're both soulmates. But when you start to realize that, I was in such a chase for this twin flame journey. I was like, I want to serve this more than anything, because it's bigger than just love for me. But then I didn't realize that I was going about it wrong. Because these journeys are, so much bigger than just love connections. But it's about finding that love from within and loving yourself. And then it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter because you don't always have to come into union with your twin too. These journeys, you're constantly going to pull each other and test each other, right? Some twins are not meant to come into union, but it's meant to heal each other enough. Some are meant to push you enough to heal yourself, and then you attract a high vibrational soulmate. You, in fact, attract a karmic, but you teach that karmic once you learn those lessons, they're no longer karmic. There are some karmics that can heal from their lessons and then be a high vibrating karmic, and you guys can live together the rest of your lives. It could be part of that could end up being your kingdom spouse. There are different connections to this. But see, it doesn't really matter. Like, this reading's not going to tell you, like, definite, yes, this is your twin, this is your, And there's so much wrong readings out there because twin flames came about in the New Age, right? So that's when, that's when it started to become really known. And so many people put these as the highest vibrational love and all of that. And not about that at all. I mean, they're not these like fairy tale love stories. I mean, I get how they are, because if you can come together in union, it's quite amazing, right? And it's just like my journey took 7 years. It's like right away, like when I met my twin, like he felt the connection and he knew that I was something special. But to me, I was in such a wounded energy where I was getting attracted by so many energies, and I was going through a heartbreak at that time because something had not worked out with the soulmate. So I was kind of misled there. So I was kind of not wanting to pursue anything, but I was feeling like I wasn't worthy of love. So then I went down a destructive path of like, I wanted to give love, but I didn't feel that I deserved love. So I was settling for love connections where I was giving love, where I felt that they deserved love, and I was giving love, and I was trying to be healing, serving my mission that way, right? And as long as I was getting a little bit of love through the validation as I seen real love, money, resources, materialism, and things like that, then I felt that it was equal share, equal get. No. So they taught me the biggest lessons of them all, that self-empowerment, to love myself, that I was more than enough. And I actually got to where I didn't want anybody. I didn't want anything. I just wanted to love myself, be there for my kids, and, live my life and my passions. And then that's when my twin came back. So, and then I was like, and I knew then, I was like, oh my God, really. It makes so much sense because I turned it away and I dismissed it before because I wasn't in the vibrational love. And if we would have gotten together then, I would have ruined it. I would have destroyed it. Because I learned so much. And without my karmic relationships that I went through, my exes, it wouldn't have made me learn those lessons. It wouldn't have empowered me. It wouldn't have got me to where I was, right? And that's why you have to go through these things. And that's why, because I learned my lessons, because I, in fact, I gave up on the twin flame journey. I wasn't looking for it anymore. I was like, whatever. I was in the mindset that, my twin is just unawakened because some don't awaken. But I used to think that. But now they're all open. Everybody's awakened. This vibration of love has went so high that all twins are awakened. So they are. And now it comes down to a choice of free will because there is that free will. And like I said, the trauma bonds are just so strong. They just don't want to let it go. And like I said, I got to that. It took me getting to where I was like, I'm done with love. But my counterpart didn't give up because it's like it knew that this mission for me was the most important thing. And my counterpart was like, I'm not giving up. And I've tried to sabotage him many times and he just won't let me give up on it. So, it's always that. And, we constantly have to work through things. And we've had so many devil agents and so much. It's like when we try to do something, so much stuff stirs up to try to stop us. Even if we try to go out on a date or it's always something. But it's like we've learned that to work through all of that it's everything trying to tear us down and tear us apart. And we're both learning how to, we just look at each other like, yep, it's another one of those things. Like, so that's what I mean. Like, everybody's situation might not be like that. That's why divines and twins, definitely you have to get away from these low vibrational energies because our problem is we're surrounding ourselves, with our toxic, family members and friends and things like that are struggling just so much in their wounds that jealous and envy around us and stuff, and it's stirring up demons and bringing it all to us. So we know that we need to get away from it. So that's what I mean. Like, not every situation is going to be like I just described, but I feel it's significant. I'm told I need to explain my story, so that's why I am, because it's going to resonate with somebody. Okay, that's why I said it's really important within these readings. Take what you feel is for you. If a part is not fitting, don't claim that. Don't claim that you have devils and all that interfering. But for some of you, you are. And for some of you, they've been so strong, they're really getting in your head and they're really trying to tell you, nope, this is not your twin. This is not da-da-da-da. So you need to trust what you feel, okay? And that's how I get reminded too. When I remember the love that we feel and just the intense connections, and you can't deny your feelings, that you cannot. So trust those feelings, right? You're going to be led and guided. And if you can surround yourself or get away from negative environments and people and situations, you're going to protect yourself. Working with crystals and things like that can be very beneficial. I constantly have to clear our energy. So, yeah, there's a lot. So anyway, the twins are definitely very significant. They were taking over my readings very much. Leo energy, Leo season was huge. Massive awakenings happened for these twins. Oh my gosh, so much. A lot of this gave the courage in Leo season in the Lionsgate portal. A lot of it awakened the masculines to this journey, got them in the courage and strength to step up and pursue and come forward. A lot of things were revealed. A lot of masculines were in fact dealing with toxic family members and friends. Some of them were with karmic partners and have came forward, and that's why some of you may be dismissing them because of past wounds if you're still holding on to that. All right. So, yeah, take whatever you guys feel is for you. So, I wanted to get some more tarot because this is supposed to be a tarot reading. I keep trying to get to my cards, but the channel messages are coming in very strongly. Sorry if you hear my little one. No water bottle.
I got that high.
Okay, we'll bring it out there, Mom. We'll be out there in a minute. I'm almost done.
Mommy.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, we'll pull a few tarot cards, and then I'm going to do another reading. I felt guided to getting some love decks, too. This Love Oracle deck, and the yellow has really been strong for me lately. Yellow is just so strong. It's about creating in that solar plexus chakra, right? So I felt guided that deck. So I want to do some readings with it, but I felt guided to do this one first. So let's see what's coming. Look, the Wheel of Fortune. Your destined fated life is here. You're creating it. You are. Look, Knight of Cups. See? So a lot of you, like, this is like love offers coming in, and a lot of you, like I said, it's just higher level of commitments are coming. For some of you, it's like that mindset. It's like you've had your partner or your lover like ready to go to the next level, right? Whether this is moving in together or getting together finally or getting engaged or getting married, but money or resources or material things were kind of restricting them. So that's why just by you guys talking maybe and saying like, you know, you don't have to offer me these things, you know, you don't have to have money, or just, I don't know. These cards are just falling. Just talking about something so they know that money is not going to affect the love connection. It's going to change everything. Six of Cups. I guess a lot of you, past memories. For some of you, it's like you need to clear the air about some things that were said in the past. Wow, we got 2 sixes here. 6 of Swords. Some of you, you got somebody coming towards you from the past. Some of you, like I said, this is coming together. New perspective needed. Like I said, it took 7 years, right? For me and my lover to come together. If I would have held on to things of the past, you know, if I wouldn't have healed from them, it would have created a lot of blockages, right? Because a lot of you, it's like you'll come together with your twin for a short while, right? A lot of people have said like 6 weeks. Sometimes you'll have a connection. I'm not going to put a time frame on it, but it's like here's to come together very strongly. Because you're meant to trigger each other to go down these paths and go do your emotional healing and send you down these paths. And then when you go down them and you learn them, you can come back together like magnets, right? So some of you do have, you know, your lovers came back around or is coming towards you, right? See, and then this 5 of Cups energy. There's endings, a loss. A lot of them feel the loss of you. Or maybe they're needing to end something, or maybe they're, like I said, there's some that are getting out of karmic and toxic relationships and coming forward. There's a balance here. We're closing out these heavy cycles and emerging into this Empress energy. See, and to me it has to do with, you know, the heart, healing the heart. That green is very strong in the yellow. See, 10 of Wands. You need to get creative with putting down burdens. You've been carrying a lot of responsibilities, a lot of stress. So using this creative energy is going to allow you to find ways to put down these heavy burdens. These things that are holding you back. Because in fact, something is off at the distance. 3 of Wands. So you do have help available or something off at the distance. Alright guys, so I better leave the reading there. And I flipped right back out 3 of Wands. Something's off at the distance. Something is definitely coming in for you. It's passionate. It's a new beginning. A lot of you, this is a lover. 5 of Wands, there's competition I'm getting with this. So for a lot of you, like you could be with a lover and you got somebody coming back from the past. Coming in offering love. You're their wish fulfillment. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess I better show you all of this. Take it however you feel it fitting, because I'm pulling a couple different storylines here. See, look, there's Devil right next to the World. So, there's an ending of a cycle. 9-9 significant. Very much. We're in Virgo season. We had our 9-9 portal, which activated all this Virgo energy, activated so much energy, so much crystalline codes within, getting a lot of planning now. 8-8 activated the realizations and the courage and the strength, and now we're in this planning energy, right? Okay. Just a minute, guys. Hi, you. Playing. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I took a phone call, and then my daughter got into my baby powder, and now it's everywhere. Oh my gosh. So now I'm trying to figure out where I was. You like made it snow in here. Oh my gosh. All right. So I was talking. Okay, yeah, I was looking at the bottom, right, and the bottom is often what you don't see. So. Definitely, major world cycle close out with the devil. So this is like cycles closing out with karmics, right? This can talk about like self-sabotaging thoughts too, because the devil gets in the mind, right? Controls the mind. So a lot of you, it's like finally closing out those trauma bonds, right? Those self-sabotaging thoughts. This can talk about addictions too, the devil. That's why, drinking, things like that. Block the chakras so you can't get enlightenment and find things out when you're doing overly indulging in those things. I mean, I don't drink at all. I just drink juices. If you guys ever see me with my wine glasses, they're juice. But just know that if it's too much of something, it's an overindulgence and can be addictive, right? So it can be addictions, drugs, alcohol, addicted to drama, self-sabotaging things, right? But yeah, so world cycles closing out. But see, new perspective. A lot of this is just letting go. So whatever this was letting go of, right? And that's why it's beautiful. I have this deck, see the Hanged Woman, letting go. And then 9 of Swords, finally letting go of all of that stress and worry and sleepless nights. And when you finally let go of stuff in the mind, you can calm down so much. That's why I said if you're holding on to fear and you're holding on to all of that stuff. That's why I said, like, if you're in these energies of like worrying, if you can trust your lover and all of that, are they telling you the truth? Are they going to lie to you? Are they to let go of all of that? Oh my gosh, you need to know that the truth always comes to the light. So have your faith and trust and let go of all of that. And if things are lying to you, deceiving you, they're going to be revealed to you. But you don't need all of that worry. So like I said, some of you, it's literally just worry. And then 9 of Cups. It's immediately a shift. That's what I mean. These 9 nines are so strong. 9 of Swords, 9 of Cups. Every reading, I get them out in this Virgo energy. Any one of my tarot readings, you take a look at, you're going to see 2 nines in the reading. 9 of Swords, 9 of Cups. So, and it's that duality, and it's like a switch can flip that quick. It's like you're literally going to let go of the stress and the worry, and you're going to realize, oh my gosh, I'm in this 9 of Cups energy right now. A very loving energy. You're loving yourself. It's like wish fulfillment type of energy. You're starting to see the beauty all around. So for some of you, it's just changing that perspective or letting go of a certain energy that's bringing you down or whatever it may be. See, and then 3 of Coins. There's energies around you that want to come together, right? A new golden opportunity, a new beginning here. Or it can be just finally realizing, because it's like, see, she's up on the ladder doing all the work, and the 2 are down there holding pentacles, but it's like they can't help her up there on that ladder. So for some of you, it's like you just need to come down a little bit and let others help you. You have help and resources available to you, but you got to come down off that ladder, come down off that high horse. Like I said, for some of you, it's like you have all this beauty around you, you're not even seeing it because you've had your sight set so high that you've constantly so used to longing for stuff. You're not realizing what in fact you have right here. For some of you, it could be like 2 lovers. There could be a love triangle. You could have a soulmate and a twin flame to choose from, because I failed to tell you guys about that story, where I was needing to decide what to do, right? So yeah, there's that. And then 5 of Wands. Yeah, I told you there's competition. Yeah, for some of you, it's like you got 2 lovers right here, a twin flame and a soulmate. But you're like, no. You keep looking for them. You're like, no, these are karmics. These are whatever. New perspective is needed. All right, guys. That was reading I had for you. So, and 7 of Swords and 8 of Wands is down here. See, there's like fear about taking action. This is also deceptive, like you were seeing them as deceiving you and they might not have been, or some people might have lied to you in the past. They could have deceived you in the past, but they left 2 swords behind because they had intentions on coming back. They didn't fully want to leave you behind, but they could have said, like, out of fear. This could be you, could be them. There could have been just fear imposed too, because it was like you didn't want to get hurt, so you had those trauma bonds, right? So you didn't pursue this. I'm too good. Like, this isn't for me. Like, you didn't deserve love, right? But you kept looking back because you knew there was something special. Wow. But yeah, 8 of Wands is fast movement, communication. It's taking action. See, she's like behind those wands. You could be going after something from the past. Like, you got to trust how you feel, your intuition. And something that's big, too, for twins that I've always known is when they feel like home to you, when somebody feels like home. When you look into their eyes and you just, it's like the eyes, like the window to the soul, right? So if you connect with the eyes, like, what do you feel? You got to remember to trust what you feel. No matter what reading you get guided to. Trust what you feel. All right, guys. Goddesses, I should say. That was the reading I had for you. I'm saying love and light to all of you. Definitely subscribe to my channel if you guys watch this whole reading. It's guided to you for a reason. Know that. I'm a goddess. You're a goddess. So let's connect. The more you connect with me, the more I feel your energy, the more you're going to come out my readings as well. So know that. Just watching the readings, I feel your energy, but if you want to like the videos, I feel that energy. It helps with the laws of attraction of give and take and receptivity. Also, comments below. Love all of those. Feel free to share my videos anywhere. All right, and that's what I had for you. So if this wasn't your love story, but you left all the goddess guidance, then definitely check out more, as I'm going to be guided to doing more readings. All right, love you all. Bye.